Chapter 18 is only going to test over 4 of the objectives from the study guide because we didn't get to section 18.3. But objective 1 is one you should know: be able to identify the acid and bases along with their conjugate given an equation. So you won't have to write the equation, but when you look at that equation, you should be able to tell me a number of things. So one thing you should realize is that the acid is the reactant that loses or gives up its hydrogen. So think of it as the givers. And the bases are the ones that gain the hydrogen, or the takers. And so when I look at NH3 and then I look at it on the other side as it becomes NH4, I see that it has gained an H+, so it was a taker. NH3 is a base and it forms a conjugate acid because in the reverse reaction, the NH4 will give the H+ back to H2O. H2O, on the other hand, when I look at each side, has given an H+, making it an acid and forming the conjugate base, because in the reverse reaction, OH is the one gaining the hydrogen. So when I look at the second equation, H2CO3, I see that from the reactant to the product side, H2CO3 loses or gives a hydrogen away, so that makes H2CO3 the acid, and then this becomes the conjugate base. And in the case of the water is the one gaining, so it's a base and forms the conjugate acid. So that's one thing you should be able to do, is tell me about the conjugate acids and bases. So it means you have to know what the definition of an acid and base is according to Bronsted and Lowry.